Welcome to this video, Black Hunters. A Dutch defense. Queen d3 is quite interesting because I mean normally you shouldn't move the queen that quick in the game, but I force him to play e6 here. And what I want to do is castle long as fast as possible. So I can already castle long if I like to, and yeah, why not? Should I? He might play knight e4 in the right moment. Not here. I just take, he takes. It works. Maybe I should move over my queen to h3. I want to attack here anyway. The next move will be f3, just to get the important white squares here, that the knight cannot jump to this. And well, I'll just retreat here, play e3, bishop d3, something like this, knight e2. Maybe I can put the knight later on f4, taking the queen. I'm not sure if this is really helpful. I can kick the knight around, also with c4 or e3, bishop c4. However, f4 might be good. I didn't play this, however. So yeah, bishop to d3 might be an option. But I like the bishop to be on c4, also looking at the king here. And if knight b6, then I retreat to d3. And the knight I think is not that good here on b6, it's better on d5. So then knight e2, knight f4 might be an idea. And also to open up lines here on the king side with g4 later on, rook to g1 might be an option. Okay, what about playing bishop d3 here and then c4 maybe? What I will, prepare g4 with rook g1. This looks good. And an open g file would be very strong for me. Okay, the queen is not that well placed here. The bishop is also looking at the queen. Okay, what about queen h4? Makes him also not easy, to play e4 himself. And then maybe h3 and g4. Or is an immediate g4 even better? Yeah, why not? He cannot take. Because of the bishop here. Yeah, this looks strong. So should I exchange queens? It's a bit slow. However, I mean, I'm also eyeing here on h6 with the bishop. Yeah, this is a tough spot. I mean, I don't want him to exchange here on g4 and then he has an open f-file. So let's do this. Is e4 an idea? Okay, let's open up the position first, because I have two bishops and this is why I want some open lines, And he cannot take here because of e4. And I will play e4 maybe anyway here later on. I want to keep the bishop, at least for a moment. I mean, he might play b5. What I can also do is maybe playing a3 here. Then after b5 I can retreat here later on to a2. Okay, here, so this was the idea, to protect f5 and attacking d5, and then maybe I can push for f4. The white squares are very vulnerable here. And I also want to improve the position of this knight. Maybe I can play knight f4, knight h5, attacking the rook and the pawn. Yeah. Okay. Let's just retreat. And then knight h5 is a threat. He cannot retreat the rook to f7 because of the bishop. And yeah, then he will have problems with this pawn. And the bishop is also eyeing here on h6. Yeah, so this looks very, very strong now. I don't care about this pawn here. I could just leave it like it is, and yeah, attack here. The pieces here on the queen side are not playing or participating in the game. I can just take here. So where's a checkmate? Rook to g7, bishop f7, or just taking here first. I mean, he doesn't have that many useful moves anyway. Yeah, but I don't want to lose time, so yeah, let's just move forward here. So bishop f7 is an option. Also rook h7, rook h8. After bishop f7, king f8, there's a mate with rook d8. So I wonder if he plays, if he takes here, maybe I just play rook, king b1 to have a shield here, and he doesn't win time to develop his rook here. I don't want this to happen. Yeah, but here I thought this is a mate. I mean, there are two mates. So rook to d8 is a mate, but this one is even nicer, I think. All right. Yeah, what went wrong from Black's perspective in this game? I mean, he gave up the bishop pair very, very quick in the game. So I mean, I'm not happy with the opening as well. I mean, I lost a lot of time with the bishop here moving around, but same did Black with jumping with the knight. So you can see that we both I mean, I used this bishop here, g5, f4, d2, it's 3 times, and yeah, I mean, Black here, I mean, this, okay, it's not true. I mean, he's fully developed here despite the bishop, and my queen is also a bit misplaced here on h3, but I have a clear-cut plan. I can I wanted to, you know, focus around the king side. I have the pieces on the king side, and I wanted to open up the g file, and this worked out quite well, because I could push here for g4, and he couldn't take because of the queen here being exposed to the bishop on d3, And I didn't mind even exchanging pieces or queens. It's true that the attack is not strong there anymore, but I have an easy game, I think, and there's not much counterplay for black. He still lacks in development, and I have the two bishops. And what I did here is I opened up the position. I mean, here you can try something like closing the position with f4, and he might play e4, but this would be bad for my bishops. So whenever you have the bishop pair, try to open up the center. Then the bishops become very strong. And you can see that in the end, both bishops did an extremely good job. Look here at the position. Yeah, the two bishops are even checkmating the black king. So yeah, and this is because there are a lot of open diagonals for the bishops, and the knights didn't have really good outposts. Where do they really want to go? Look at this knight, cannot go anywhere here. And yeah, a good square for the knight would be e5, but yeah, then black needs to play c5, and then he can jump to e5. So if you have the knights, you need to look for outposts, and if you have bishops open up diagonals, then they are getting really strong. Thanks for watching.